the robot king from planet Earth. I'll beam away your Milky Bar.
Oh, no, you won't.
It's the Milky Bar King! Just come the room. The sweet milk is in every bite. Little Milky Bar.
The Milky Bar's roommate!
Being in Star Wars changed my life. It made Princess Leia famous, and I just happened to look like her. It made me into an action figure, a Pez dispenser, a shampoo bottle, and a soap. And no matter where I go or what I accomplish in this life, it will say on my gravestone, here lies Princess Leia Organa and her incredibly weird hairstyle.
Chewie, get us out of here!
It's here! It's that movie!
Star Wars was massive.
The most obsessive thing that I'd ever got into.
I have you now.
Wow!
Into the garbage, you fly boy!
Unbelievable.
There had been a whole generation, maybe 2 generations of children growing up without this kind of swashbuckling action adventure.
Good luck!
We knew that the science fiction fans would all turn out because they knew about it and they were going to come the first week because that's when they wanted to see it. It was only after the first week and the lines kept coming that we realized that we might be onto something.
The attendance at Star Wars has been almost astronomical. Queues are still forming. In America, more money was taken at box offices in 1 week than for the prestigious Jaws.
People wanted clear-cut heroes and clear-cut villains and a clear-cut morality. So you have, almost a sort of stripped-down comic strip kind of plot.
I'd wanted to be a priest, but I liked fighting. And this combined the two, because you had the spirituality, but you got to cut blokes' arms off, didn't you, with lightsabers?
It's sort of a fairy tale. There's a princess, and there's the wise man, and there's the rogue, and there's the hero.
Everybody has that Leia fantasy.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
She's beautiful.
Beautiful Harrison Ford.
Not a bad bit of rescuing, huh?
We just talked about Luke Skywalker.
There's a very bad feeling about this.
For a lot of these people, it was like living through the whole experience. It was sitting through 2 hours and actually living through the adventure, and they wanted to do it again.
I've come to see Luke Skywalker.
I don't want anybody to see a film 314 times.
You watch the movie a few more times, you start going, oh, Han Solo. Han Solo's cool.
Han Solo, and he's my favourite goodie.
When you start growing up, growing up. When you grow up, you start going, oh no, Darth Vader's the cool, oh, stormtroopers.
Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
All of that energy was there in the archetypal sense of a classic myth.
What's this?
The prestige of being able to say you've seen Star Wars is something akin to royalty, really.
It's a good film, but get a life.
In Britain alone, 30 different manufacturers have cashed in with a galaxy of goodies.
Merchandising became a huge profit center, and it was really the first time that it had ever been done on that scale. Everybody was sort of astonished by it.
You could buy Star Wars, anything. There was nothing you couldn't buy.
I am so many different sizes of dolls that it's distressing, and I always thought they looked like Eddie Munster.
I was obsessed with it, and I only had one figure.
I had, as a kid, 3.5-inch figures, and those were, to me, it.
I had Obi-Wan, and he was cast in furs. And I was so gutted because I really started to resent Obi-Wan, and it was wrong with me. And I ended up, this is like so awful, but I sawed his legs off.
Once you've got them all, you still kind of want more.
My mate had all of them. Do you know what I mean? And he was a nice enough lad, but he wasn't that interesting, but you knew you were playing with him for all the wrong reasons.
What is it? Your father's lightsaber.
I had the lightsaber. When I got it, it was a torch with a piece of plastic on the end. It wasn't quite that. You couldn't play with it in the dark, and it was like summer. Whack, 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 whack. because our kids used to beat me up with it, and it stings, but it don't leave a mark.
I did have an ex-husband that stuck pins in one of the dolls.
To be beat up with your own lightsaber as a kid, with him stood over you going, "Feel the force, you little Jedi shite."
I was a soap, a shampoo, I was sheets.
Star Wars duvet.
Star Wars garage doors, you know, like, can we have one of them? We haven't got a garage. Well, can we have one? Can we build a garage?
Star Wars pyjamas.
Star Wars lunchbox.
The original cardboard cutout Death Star.
Star Wars wallpaper.
It's in mint condition.
Star Wars bloody bobble hats.
It's beautiful.
You couldn't nick money quick enough to get the stuff. Do you know what I mean?
If money is all that you love, then that's what you'll receive. We signed away our likeness. We weren't going to use our likeness. We weren't going to need it ourselves anyway. This isn't mine. Thank God.
And there you have it, 1977. A year of struggle, a year of celebration, a year of change. And a year I've been trying desperately to forget. Clearly without much success.
'Cause you and me, woman, we got a lot of